All right, welcome, family and friends. I want to personally thank each and every one of you guys for coming to my channel, taking the time out of your day, out of your YouTube day, to come actually check out my videos, to see what I'm doing, to keep up with me. Thoroughly appreciate it. Once again, thank you to all of you guys. The purpose of the video is actually for you guys to get to know who I am, where I come from, how I became the man I am today. Therefore, you know a little bit of my morals and what I stand for. First and foremost, my name is Gabriel. Currently 27 years of age, born in Houston, Texas, and have a degree in general studies with 3 emphasis areas: with health and fitness, human and child development, as well as professional development, as far as like business related. Been training since 2014. Been training people since 2014, so do have a little bit of experience in that area. Now, my main purpose in life is to inspire to aspire those with aspirations. I love and I want to give back to the youth of tomorrow, the future leaders, the student athletes that are currently in high school, who are or who don't necessarily know what they're capable of doing. See, me, when I was in high school, I went to Westside High School. Unfortunately, man, I suffered an injury. I tore my ACL, my lateral meniscus, my sophomore year, starting on varsity, playing linebacker. Shouldn't be playing running back. Anywho, and mentally, everything spiraled downhill from there. Completely checked out mentally, going through the emotions, and nobody around me seemed to notice or care to even realize, because there was no snatching me by the ear, shoulder pads, or whatever you want to call it, and pulling me aside to get my to straighten me up. There was none of that, none whatsoever. And that's actually originally why once I graduated, I wanted to go to physical therapy school. Is because I wanted to help athletes that are injured mentally more, as well as physically, but more with mentally, because the psychological warfare it lasts way longer, and it goes far beyond than off the field, than on the field, I mean. But then got married and had a child, and physical therapy school is 33 arduous months where you can't work, so that kind of went out the window. Delayed but not denied. But yeah, so that right there is the root of my cause and my will, is to impart into others what wasn't imparted into me. No fault of anyone's, but I had to expose myself to things that I wasn't exposed to. I had to develop myself in a lot of different areas that I was not exposed to, and it's unfortunate that our educational system isn't set up for us to succeed in those particular areas. Few examples. The educational system is not set up for us as athletes to know how to market and sell ourselves, our strengths and our abilities, to know how to word our weaknesses to make them sound like they aren't weaknesses, like they're areas that we can get stronger in, but not necessarily a weakness. Educational system isn't designed or set up for us to learn how to face objection, overcome objections, and it's for sure, honestly, this is my complete opinion, it is not set up for the entrepreneur at mind, the entrepreneurial mind. It is not set up for those to succeed. And that's complete unfortunate, especially because bachelor's degrees cost $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, some odd dollars to receive. No matter if you're on a scholarship or not, someone has to pay for that. Been a lot of debt because of it. But I am grateful because I did receive a lot from college as far as like the social aspects of it. Getting the partying out and getting tired of that, and knowing, well, what from my personal experience, when especially once I joined the McNair Scholars Post Baccalaureate Achievement Program, I learned a lot about time management and prioritization, and just sticking to it and sticking through it, and applying yourself. Now, if you surround yourself with people that are above your standards, not necessarily standards, but above who you are and challenge you as a person, you're either going to fold or you're going to overcome, and you're going to adapt into the person that you are called to be, that you're destined to be. And that for sure taught me that, because I was into Magna High School. I was always in A.P.E classes. I always did decent in school. Never failed or anything except like 4th grade. Anywho, but never was a scholar. I did go to a challenging high school, but I never was a scholar. Never stood out until when I got to Lamar and I applied myself. It started one semester. I told myself, "Hey, man, you're going to make the dean's list." That's what I told myself. I didn't know how I was going to do it. Nobody around me, honestly, my roommate for sure wasn't talking about making the dean's list. But hey, I made that goal, and I actually set out to achieve that goal. And because I did, I achieved. And I'm like, hey, if I can set a goal like this, my highest, and achieve it, I don't want to take it a step above that. Okay, so if I can use whatever I did to make the dean's list, except make it better, let's make the president's list. And I did. And then from there on out, I was making the president's list basically every single semester besides my last one. Kind of got married, and there was a lot of stuff going on there. That last semester. Full-time college student, full-time working, actually working more, taking more hours than I was saying, like 15 hours. Actually like 19 hours, and working full-time and getting married and doing the McNair Scholars Program. So it was a very stressful semester for me, but I did overcome. Graduated at the top of my class with honors, and I am thankful for that. Now, but my time in college wasn't all peachy. I did have some hurtful, trying times. One time in particular, in that sense, in fact, I'm a minister of the gospel of Christ, and I basically went under this pastor's wing. I'm not going to mention any names, but I was giving a lot of time, money, energy, investing in stuff to give to the people, and not receiving nothing. Not even like me and my wife invested so much. It actually angered our support group because of how much we were investing. But once again, I never had a dominant male figure in my life. Father passed away when I was at a young age, and certain people that came into my life didn't qualify for that at all. So it took me under his wings, and I was doing everything for the church, for him, for his family. And for the relationship to end the way it ended, it really hurt. Had us looking around like, this is a man of God. How can he be that way? How can they be that way? you have to remember, pastors, apostles, bishops, whatever they want to call themselves, they are human beings before anything. And then when pressure comes, whatever is inside of you, that's what comes out. Pressure either bursts pipes and makes diamonds. Unfortunately, in some cases, the pipes burst, and what is inside comes out. That was always there. Me and my wife actually, it took us a while to get back in the way we were with our walk, because of that. Like our spirits was hurt, our relationship with Christ was hurt, because the man and the church and the representation of God all became one. And the same situation actually happened to my mother. So we were hurt. Hurt. Like literally words can't describe. And it hurt me because I was hurt. Crazy as that sounds. But I thank God for Hope City, Houston. I thank God for them, man. It's the most diverse church I've ever been to, the most welcoming body of Christ I've ever been to. It did take us a while to actually join, but then when we did realize like this is our church home, and we made it our church home, and we're thankful. We're thankful. Now she's on the praise and worship team. I'm on the greeters team. We go every single Sunday, and man, it's amazing. I currently just, oh man, if you guys ever give it a try, Hope City, Houston, it is a gift from God. And I honestly, I'm truly grateful of Pastor Jeremy and his wife for actually following following their call, and actually walking and taking that leap of faith to move to Houston, to plant a church in Houston, in a school. Come on. And God is doing tremendous things in that place. But yeah, that's where we go, and we're thankful for that. Now, being a father has made me a much better person. Seeing things from a lot of different perspectives. I see why other fathers acted the way they acted, like in high school, middle school. I see and I can understand, because there's no instructions to this thing called parenthood, and definitely aren't any instructions, there aren't any instructions available for moms to be fathers as well as a mom, playing both roles. So I applaud you single mothers out there, because that is difficult. Seeing my mother being a single mom and being a dad, and seeing what I have to do, the role I have to play, is just two different things. Complete two different worlds. But it's definitely the will, the desire, the want to give my all into the youth, magnified having my little one tremendously, because I want to learn and impart so much into her, especially when she's able to understand more and more and more as the years go on. But once again, man, that is who I am, wrapped up in a nutshell. Of course, everyone isn't perfect, but I always put others before myself. My mother actually used to tell me that was a double-edged sword. Do not, Gabe. She'd say, Gabe, you always put others before yourself. You're always so giving and giving. That is a double-edged sword. And didn't necessarily understand what that meant in high school, middle school. I really didn't understand until I got older and got taken advantage of. Not only by pastors, by people who I called my brothers. Yeah, the people who I called my brothers. Brothers before they had other brothers, and it hurts. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. It's not about what happens to you, it's how you overcome it. This game called life is very dynamic, ever so changing and challenging. And that's why I'm the way I am. And I know there's other people out there who have the same mindset as me. And that's why it's great when we link up and network together, to come together and band together to save our youth of tomorrow. Because it's a lot. It's quite unfortunate that people have the mindset of, well, nobody was there for me, so I didn't have that, so why would I do that for them? They should have to do what I went through. They should have to go through that. Like, no, we went through it for a reason, that we can live, learn, and apply. We apply it to our lives and we feed it to the next generation. So they already learned from those who live. So they only have to apply. It's their choice to apply, but it's theirs to apply. That's what I love to do. I love to train. I love to give. I love to add value to people's lives. I'm not a motivational speaker, far from it. I do listen to motivational speakers, but motivation can only get you so far. It's like potential energy. People always say, oh, you have potential, but what is potential energy? It's not going anywhere. It's movement, it's stagnant. It's stagnant. That same thing as motivation. It's stagnant. It's get you pumped up. But okay, what do I do after the motivation comes? And that's where people with like minds like mine come into play. And I'm thankful for all life lessons. In fact, I have a challenge for you guys that are watching this video. The question of who are you? I truly describe yourself. Not like I'm funny or I'm this, I'm that. No. Who are you? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Past the face or past any type of physical features. What do you see? Who are you? Answer that. I challenge you guys to actually answer that. Jot some stuff down. And in the comment section, please just let me know. How was it easy? Was it difficult? Did it wake you up? Did it make you realize, like, who am I? Because the longest I did not know who I was. People would ask me, what's your name? I'd be like, what do I call you? Because in high school I was called Grady, Grado. I was called this over there. I was never called Gabriel. What do you call me? Gabriel? What do you call me? Grady? What do you call me? Gabe? I have no idea. But now, definitely, you call me Gabe. I never knew who I was. Trying to hang out with multiple crowds, going with different high school and not fitting in with none. Because I never knew who I was. And that's what I want to help the youth of tomorrow. Know who they are. Not to tell them who they are, but to ask them questions that triggers thought processes, that leads them to the destination of who they are, what they want to be, and what they want to become, and what change they want to make in the world. Because everything is possible that's under the sun. Power is at the palm of our hands. But we don't know what we don't know. It's all about exposure. And that's why I aspire to inspire the youth of tomorrow. Aspirations means preparation breeds execution. A.P.E Fitness is here and here to stay. Once again, I thank you guys for watching this videos. If you have any questions for me, any ideas or anything, feel free to comment in the comment section below. I love you guys, man. This time is now. When is time? Time is now. Thank you. Peace, love, and happiness. Thank you.